Hey guys, what's up? It's been a while I dropped a video. Did you miss me? Over here, I missed you and every single person out there engaging with my vlog. The title of today's video is how to build a lucrative email list online. Okay? And some of the stuffs I will be discussing in this video might seem basic to intermediate and advanced marketers. However, I just want to be sure that the entire audience of this vlog is on the same page and are making progress. With that being said, let's jump into the focus of this video. This video is designed to give you a solid foundation and an understanding of list building. To achieve that, we'll be looking at a couple of stuffs today. Number one, we will be looking at what is an email list. Okay? An email list is a group of subscribers who have given you the permission to send them emails. An email list is a group of subscribers who have given you the permission to send them emails. The subscribers I'm talking about represent real human beings like you and myself. Okay? The second concern is what is list building? List building is simply the process of adding new subscribers to your email list. Okay? Please don't get it twisted. I said an email list is a group of subscribers who have given you permission to send them emails. Then, list building is the process of adding new subscribers to your email list. Okay? Like they say, when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. So let's quickly look at the importance of list building. Just as the hoe is to a farmer, that is what a list is to a digital marketer, because it is with an email list that enables a digital marketer to generate money online. So the number one importance of list building is it helps you to create a real asset online. Create a real asset online. So that goes to say that the number one asset of every digital marketer all over the globe is their email list. Today, the number one asset I have as a digital marketer is my email list. Why? Because that is what enables me to generate money on demand. And that is the second benefit of having an email list or list building. You can generate money on demand. What does that goes to say? As an online marketer, once you've built an email list, whenever you want money, all you need to do is to send them offers to their emails. When your subscribers buy into your offers, you simply make money. So these are the two major reasons of list building. Number one, it helps you to create a real online asset. Then number two, it enables you to generate money on demand. Guys, list building is a very important aspect of digital marketing, okay? Because if you don't have an email list of your own, you will not be able to generate money on the internet consistently, okay? Because the list are the subscribers, are the people who will be buying whatever product you have to sell in exchange for money. I hope that's very clear, okay? Now, there are three major components that enables you to successfully build a lucrative email list. There are three major components that enables you to successfully build an email list. I'm going to talk about these three components right away and do the best I can to explain them so you can understand. So these are the three components of list building. The number one component of list building is a squeeze page. I bet some of you may have seen a squeeze page without knowing what it it was. Okay, so the number one component to successfully build a list of your own is a squeeze page. What is a squeeze page? A squeeze page is a one-page website designed to capture email addresses. A squeeze page is a one-page website designed to capture email addresses. Like I said, some of you may have been offered something of value for free by an individual or a company in exchange for your email address. The page with which that value was offered to you is what we call a squeeze page. Okay? Please, you need to get this aspect very well. So I'm going to take my time. I'm going to do some repetition because repetition is the mother of retention. This aspect of the video is focused on the three major components you need to build your own email list. And I said the number one component is a squeeze page. A squeeze page is a one-page website that is designed with just one purpose in mind, and that is to capture email addresses. Okay? Now, if you've been browsing online, certainly I bet an individual, a marketer, or a company must have offered you something of value for free in exchange for your email. The page with which that offer was being presented is called the squeeze page. Now, you need to understand that everyone globally likes something for free. So when designing your squeeze page, you need to make use of the word free. A typical example could be, get my 5-page report for free that teaches you how to lose weight in 21 days. A typical example could be, free report reveals how to make money on Shopify. Free report reveals how to make money on Jumia, Konga, etc. So in your squeeze page, you must utilize the word free so you can have a better conversion rate. Okay? So the number one goal of a squeeze page is to capture email addresses. It's not to sell, guys. Capture email address. That's the number one goal of a squeeze page. The squeeze page is not designed to sell, it is designed to capture email addresses. And the words you use on your squeeze page are very, very vital. That is what will determine how people are going to respond to you and give you their email addresses. I hope that makes some sense to you. Okay guys, lastly, though I'm going to explain this part in subsequent video, a good squeeze page, a great squeeze page, don't contradict what I want to say. I said the number one goal of a squeeze page is to capture email addresses. But again, in marketing, a great squeeze page is not only to capture email addresses, but also to pre-sell to the audience. Okay, I'll explain this in subsequent video. Now, the number two component of list building is email autoresponder. Okay, I think I need to. Okay, no problem. I'll draw a diagram to illustrate how a typical squeeze page looks. The number two component of a of list building is email autoresponder. On that squeeze page, every squeeze page has a form where you ask people to put in their name and email, or where you just ask people to type in their email to get the valuable stuff you are giving for free. The form, the box. Okay, let me just draw a typical example of a squeeze page. This could be the headline, free. I'm going to show you this. This video has two sections. The live section I'm doing and the on-screen section on my computer, where I'm going to show you practically how to build a squeeze page using a simple drag and drop application. However, to make this explanation of an autoresponder clear, I just want to make a diagram so you can flow very well. So, free report reviews how to make money from your mobile phone. So this is the headline. This is the headline of this quiz page. Many a time, the next thing you see after the headline could be a pre-headline. Might be a sub-headline. Sub-headline. This is the main headline. The next one would be a sub-headline, but it is not mandatory to have a sub-headline. The next thing you see is a form that asks for your name and email. So this form element in a quiz page is being achieved with email autoresponder. That's the point I want you to get. So this is a typical example of how a quiz page looks like. It's a one-page website. The form element where people are expected to type in their name and email is being taken care of by an email autoresponder. So do you see why it is the second component of list building? It is this autoresponder that gives people the ability to type in their email and name in your quiz pages. So what is an email autoresponder? An email autoresponder is the medium or the platform through which you communicate with your list. An email autoresponder is the medium or the platform through which you communicate with your email subscribers. Okay, I'm going to break it down so you have a good understanding of this aspect. There are several email autoresponders out there. You can sign up with just any of them. We have Get Response. We have, however, currently my team and I were building our own email autoresponder, and I think in the next few days it will be launched into the market. You can hit me up to get access to it at very subsidized rates, or you can sign up with with any of the autoresponders out there. Get Response, however, Sendlane, there are a couple of them out there. So when you sign up with any of these autoresponders, you have an account. It gives you the ability to create forms like this that you can embed on your quiz page or anywhere online. So this autoresponder gives you the ability to communicate with your email subscribers. When people type in their name and email right on the form, they are added to your email autoresponder. I hope this is getting clearer now. This autoresponder, I said, is what gives you the ability to generate forms like this that you embed on your quiz page. Then, when people in return type in their name and email and submit, they get added to your email autoresponder. So it is through this email autoresponder you start communicating with these subscribers. And who are your subscribers? These are real human beings like you and myself who have submitted their email addresses to you through a quiz page. I hope this is really clear at this point. Now, the importance of autoresponder cannot be overemphasized. Take for instance, if you want to send an email message to an individual, all you need to do is to log into your Gmail account, Hotmail account, Yahoo Mail, any email service provider you're using. It's just to log in there and send a message to one recipient or to two recipients. But that is not going to work when you have hundreds to thousands of subscribers. How are you supposed to send a message to people, to thousands of people individually? I mean, that is very dumb and it's not even possible, and it's not a smart thing to do. That is why you need email autoresponder. With an email autoresponder, you can send message to thousands of subscribers at once. With just a click of the mouse, you can send message to thousands of subscribers at the same time. Interestingly, you can as well personalize these messages. And of course, in marketing, personalization is very, very important. This is what I mean. Remember in your form, if you created a name field, you ask them to submit their name. Through your email autoresponder, when you want to send them an email broadcast, you can use something like Dear Victory, Dear Kenneth, Dear anything, depending on the name they filled there, you can use that to address them. So with an email autoresponder, you can send a broadcast to thousands of email subscribers at once. You can as well personalize these emails. Most importantly, autoresponder also enables you to schedule a series of follow-up messages, right? Depending on the time people subscribe. I'm going to explain this to you. So, email autoresponder automates. I have to use the word now. Automates communication with subscribers. It is important I use the word automate at this point. Okay, so let me explain what I mean by scheduling a series of email follow-up. This is where online business becomes really exciting and interesting. So let's assume Mr. Felix comes into your quiz page and types Felix and gives you his email address. You can set a couple of messages that will be triggered immediately Felix opts into your autoresponder. And you can do that from your account with any of the autoresponder services. So that means you can decide to set that the moment Mr. Felix opts into your list, a message should be sent to him immediately. A welcome message or a thank you message that has the freebie. Remember, you promised a free report, something of value, and of course, it will be a PDF file. So the first email should be like the thank you email. Thanks for signing up with my blah blah blah. Here is the free report that teaches you how to make money from your mobile phone. Click here to download it. Now you can as well schedule another message in your autoresponder that after 24 hours, depending on the time Mr. Felix opted into your list, the system takes care of all the technicality. You don't have to overthink that. But you can set that after 24 hours, another message should be sent to Mr. Felix. And of course, you type the message, you schedule it. You can further set another message that 3 days, Mr. Felix must have finished reading your report. Now you want to sell to Mr. Felix. XYZ email should be sent to Mr. Felix 3 days or 72 hours after he opted into your list. Does that make sense? So, autoresponder enables you to automate communication with your email subscribers. It gives you the ability to send messages to thousands of subscribers at once. You can personalize them, and most importantly, you can schedule a series of follow-up messages. Now, these messages, once they are scheduled, that is why you hear marketers say, I'm making money while sleeping, etc. Whether you are online, whether you are traveling, whether you are in a remote village where there's no internet connection, so long as you've scheduled the series of follow-up messages that will be doing the marketing of any offer you are selling to your list, you can just log off the internet, you can go on a trip, you can do anything. These messages will be delivered at their various time you've scheduled for them. So hope that makes a lot of sense to you. Okay, so that takes us to the third component of list building. An offer or a product you can sell. Why are you building a list? Of course, you are building a list so that you can make money on the internet. So if you don't have an offer to sell, after people opt into your list, they've gotten your free report. What else do you do with them? I mean, nobody goes into any business to just throw money away. So this number 3 factor is very important. You must have an offer or a product to sell to your list. Because from the point where they opt in, the next thing to do is for you to start monetizing them. Okay, so that is why the number 3 component is also important. One thing I'm going to say at this point is the first offer you're making to your list should be complementary to the freebie you gave out. Please take note. Please take note. This is very important. Your first offer should be complementary to the freebie you gave. I'm going to explain that in a moment. So let's assume that you gave out a free report that you gave out a free report to teach people how to lose weight without going to the gym or without going for surgery and all of those stuff. Okay? Now, when people read your report, of course, it's going to contain solid information. The offer that you should give them first should be something like a supplement. If they are not going to the gym, they are not going to do a surgery, then you can give them something like a supplement that will help them lose a lot of weight. So you can see how the offer is complementary to the freebie you gave out to get them into your list. I'm not saying that you must always promote related products in line with how you build that list. Sometimes you can go outside of the niche. But again, your first offer or your first set of offers should be related to the niche through which you got them to opt in into your list. I hope that point is very clear. So, a recap of the three components of list building. I said the number one component is a squeeze page, and this is a typical example of a squeeze page. The number two is an email autoresponder that enables you to capture the leads of visitors on your squeeze page and as well to communicate with them. Then number three, you need an offer or a product you can sell to make money. And this is where affiliate marketing comes in again. You mustn't have to invest your time and money to create your own product. So long as you have a list, all you need to do is just to look for a reliable and a result-oriented affiliate offer, promote it to your list, and you earn commissions for yourself. I hope that's very, very clear. Okay, the next section of this video will be how to write emails. This is not a video on email marketing, so I'm just going to touch it a little to further help you get it right with your list building. Okay, now let's say, okay, let me just say email writing. Now, from the point where your subscribers opt into your list, what happens? The next mode of communication is email, is by sending them emails. Guys, I want you to understand something. The focus of the first set of emails that you are to send your subscribers are to achieve one thing. Okay, guys, I said from the point where people opt into your list, the next thing that happens is communication through email. And I said the first series of emails that you are to send out are to achieve just one thing. And what is that thing? Is to get them to know you, to like you, and trust you. If you can get this very right, guys, trust me, you are going to be successful with email marketing or list building. Oftentimes, I see a lot of amateur marketers make this mistake. The moment you opt into their list, they don't do any form of rapport with you, they just go on to selling. That don't really work as it used to. Okay, it doesn't really work as it used to, and in my own opinion, it is less effective. So the moment people opt into your list, the first aim of communication, email communication with them, should be to get them to know you. They should know you for who you are. They should know you. Number two, they should like you. The emails you send to them, this is what you want to achieve with the emails. The first set of emails after people get into your list. You see, I'm repeating myself because I really want you to get this aspect very well. Because you will be spending, certainly, except you want to rely on free traffic sources, etc. But even if you are not spending money to drive traffic to your squeeze page, you are investing time and effort to send traffic. That is if you want to leverage free traffic sources. So it doesn't make any sense for you to invest money, time, and effort to get people to opt into your list only to screw things over. Okay, so that is why I said the moment people opt into your list, the first set of emails you send to them should achieve these three things. I said number one, it should get them to know you for who you are. Number two, it should get them to like you. And number three, it should get them to trust you. This is very important because that is only when they can buy from you. As an individual, who do you buy from? Is it not people you know? Is it not people you like, their personality? Is it not someone you trust? So the same thing applies. You need to understand that online business runs on the same principle as offline businesses, just that it is done online and it has some automation benefits. Okay? So the moment people opt into your list, your focus, your number one focus should be, how do I get them to know me very well? How do I get them to like me? How do I get them to trust me? And there's a way to achieve that. There's a way to achieve that. To do that, you have to give them free, valuable content. Free, valuable content. You need to give them educational content that adds value. Educational content that adds value. Okay, when you're giving them free content, you can give them 1 to 3 or 1 to 5 free content that adds value, that are really, really educating. I mean, it positions you as an authority in their mind. It reflects the fact that, okay, this guy has my best interest at heart. And the moment they start seeing you from that angle, they will be responsive to your offers when you start sending them promotion. Now, the best way to go about your email marketing is what we call infotainment. That is, remember I said this is not a training on email marketing. Subsequently, I'll do a training on that. By God's grace, I'm one of the best right here in Nigeria and the world generally when it comes to email marketing. But again, I'm still a student. I constantly learn and improve myself when it comes to email marketing. You can never be good enough. However, infotainment is all about you writing your emails in an entertaining style while still delivering valuable information. Infotainment, one of the masters of infotainment is Michael Shinny. You can go out there, go to Google and download some of Michael Shinny's material. They are really, really resourceful. I'm also a product of Michael Shinny. I've studied a lot of his courses as well. So infotainment works. Infotainment is all about you creating emails that are entertaining and as well offering valuable information. So when you have this style of writing, you keep your subscribers highly engaged. People even look forward to when to receive your next email, and of course, it makes them responsive to you. Okay, guys, I hope to this point this is very, very clear. Okay, so we'll move into the next session, and that will be an on-screen video where I'm going to teach you how you can practically build a squeeze page like this, and I'm also going to show you how you can create an opt-in form in your email autoresponder. I hope to this end this video has been interesting and highly educating. Okay, so let's go to my PC, and by the time you are done, I'm looking forward to your feedback, your comments down below this blog if you have a question or you have some contributions. Let's go to my computer. Okay, guys, so this is the on-screen section where I'll be showing you practically how to create your own squeeze page so you can start your list building process. So very quickly, I said here are the requirements for your squeeze page design. Of course, you need a website of your own where you will design and set up your squeeze page so you can start building your list. Number two, you need a page builder. That is, you need an application that you are going to use for the actual designing of the squeeze page. And I gave some examples. There are several page builders out there. We have Insta Builder, Profit Builder, Elementor, ClickFunnels, etc. But for the purpose of this training, I will be showing you one of the most simplest drag and drop page builder, and that is Insta Builder. And Insta Builder, it's a WordPress plugin. Okay, so number three, you need an email autoresponder service. you need to create an account on any of the effective email autoresponder out there. I said it could be Aweber, it could be GetResponse, etc. And also, depending on the time you're watching this video, but right now, as of when this video is being recorded, in the next few days, my team and I will be launching our own multi-channel marketing platform that works with SMS, voice broadcasting, IVR, and email marketing. So you can reach out to me, you can reach out to Victory and myself. I'm going to get you access to our own application. But trust me, you can use any email autoresponder service out there. So the first thing, you need your own website, and one of the company you can get that with is Namecheap. I'm not an affiliate, moreover I'm not giving you an affiliate link, so I'm recommending Namecheap because their service is efficient and they have a good customer support. So just go to Google and type Namecheap. The link is going to come out, namecheap.com. Go to the website. I'm not going to take you through the process, but all you need to do is just to click on domains, click on domain name search, search for the domain name you want to use to host your quiz page, pay for it, host it right with Namecheap, and thereafter they are going to provide you with the cPanel link and your login details. However, irrespective of the domain name registration and hosting company you are using, you can use anyone out there. What matters is getting the link to your cPanel and the right login details, because this is what you need to get your quiz page set up. So I'm going to copy my cPanel link right now, as you can see on my screen. I'll paste it here on the browser. Then you can see it is loading. It will give me a login interface where I'm going to provide the username and password to my cPanel. Of course, this information has to be very confidential so people doesn't get into your control panel all unauthorized and delete your files. So when you put the username and password, you click on login. It's going to take you to the control panel of the website. This is not a web designing training, so I'll just hit the nail on the head, show you exactly what you need to concern yourself with in order to set up your quiz page. You necessarily don't have to be technical, just follow the steps, right? As you can see what I'm doing. So when you log into the control panel of your website, look for Softaculous. In most cases, your control panel may not have the same interface as mine, but just look for Softaculous or look for WordPress. Look for Softaculous. You can see now this is Softaculous. This is the module for Softaculous. It enables you to install various kinds of application. For some hosting companies, you might just find WordPress on its own. So I'm going to click on blogs. Okay. Under blogs, that is where I'm going to find WordPress. Now I want to install WordPress into that domain because Instant Builder is a WordPress plugin. So for me to use Instant Builder, I need to ensure WordPress is installed firstly on the website. So I'm going to click on blogs, then I'll click on WordPress. Okay, so I'll go with WordPress 4.9. I think the latest ones are not yet stable. So you can see this is the WordPress installation interface. I'll simply just click on install now. So it's going to, the first thing you see, choose the installation URL. Where do you want your quiz page to be? Do you want your quiz page to be on the main website, on the root directory? That is when someone goes to your sitename.com. Is that where you want them to see your quiz page? Or you want it to be on your websitename.com /list, okay, /anything, okay, /anything, depending on what you want to achieve. Right now, okay, I want it to be on my root domain, so I'm going to delete whatever thing that is here and just leave it like that. So what is the site name? Site name is what shows at the title bar of your browser. So I'm going to call this free report reviews how to How to make money with GSM shortcode. Okay, I'm going to put the same thing as the site description. Now it's going to ask you, every website has the admin end and the front end. WordPress is the same thing. So WordPress has the admin end through which you can edit, you can design, through which you can design the website. Then the front end is what visitors and end users sees. So what is the login details you want the admin to have? I'm going to leave the username as admin, and the password, I'm going to say success 12345 6 for the purpose of this training. So every other information, you just have to call me and click on install. However, just pay attention to the fields. I always tell my students, browsing really is all about looking and reading. Okay, so I'm going to click on install. You can see now the installation process has started. Once you get to, okay, fantastic. So here we are. You can see this is the administrative URL. This is the front end of the website which people are going to see, and this is the admin. So I'll simply just follow the admin link. So I can go to the back end of the website and start designing my quiz page using Insta Builder. Okay, so good. Now, it did not ask for the login details to the admin area because I just did the installation. But subsequently, when you want to access the admin end, please take note of this link. You can save it because this is what you will be using to access the admin end of your website. So that is the link. Remember the username and password. Okay, for the sake of illustration, let me just open this on another browser so you can see clearly. Some people can be very funny, for they'll say, oh, victory, after the installation I couldn't access the backend again, etc. So I use the different browser now. You can see it's asking for the username and password, so ensure you store your admin login details. I'm going to type it here and you see it's going to log me in. I just like showing people so they can see stuff for themselves. So good, we are right here in the admin end of the website. The first thing you need to do is to install. Please, you are not limited to Insta Builder, but for this training I'm using Insta Builder to show you how to design a quiz page because I feel it's one of the most simplest page builder out there. Okay, and I said before, in order to use Insta Builder you need to install WordPress in your website because Insta Builder is a WordPress plugin. So right now, this is the dashboard of the WordPress. Come over to plugins and click on add new. So I'll click on add new under plugins. Okay, so you click on upload plugin. You must have the Insta Builder in your local computer in order for you to install it. So this is Insta Builder 2.0 in my local computer. So I'm going to click on install now. Now right away you can see it is showing uploading. Now I'm trying to install the Insta Builder into my WordPress website so that I can design my quiz page using Insta Builder. Okay, while it is loading, I'll do a quick recap. The first thing I did, register your domain name and hosting. Get the cPanel login details from your hosting provider. Log into your cPanel. Look for Softaculous or WordPress. Install WordPress into your domain. Log into the admin side of your WordPress website. Go over to plugins. Click on add new. Click on add new. Then you can click on choose file to enable you pick the Insta Builder plugin from your local computer. For those of you who are familiar with other page builders, you can use any page builder of your choice to achieve the same thing. Okay, so Insta Builder is currently installing. Now, the third requirement I told you is autoresponders. And I said we have however, you have get response. So let's quickly go to Google. I'll type however and the website is going to come up. So you can see this is however. I'll click on it. So you have to sign up here with Aweber. To sign up, you just have to click on free trial. Okay. So they'll give you a form to fill. Ensure the informations are correct. You can choose the monthly plan, quarterly plan, annual plan, but I advise you to start with the monthly plan so you can get the first 1 month for free. Okay. Now you can as well register on Get Response. Personally, I have an Aweber account and I have a Get Response account. I use multiple email auto responders to run my online business. But for a beginner, that might not be necessary, so you don't have to incur a whole lot of expenses. So to sign up on Get Response, you just have to click sign up free. They are going to give you a form, fill their form, verify your account, and boom, you can start your email marketing proper. So that is about signing up on Get Response or however. Let's get back to our WordPress. It is still loading. I think very shortly the Insta Builder will be completely installed on my website. As you can see, it is at 83% right now. So let's just give it some time. Also ensure your autoresponder login details are all confidential, so nobody logs in there to export your subscribers. Okay, yeah, there are some funny people out there who steal email lists and all of those things. So you just have to ensure your sensitive informations are very confidential. Okay, I hope you are following, guys. You need to have a list of your own in order to make money. So that is why I'm practically showing you how to do everything you need to know to get started with your list building process. Okay, so you can see installing plugin from blah blah blah. It is successful. What you need to do, you just have to click on activate plugin. So you want to get this plugin to be activated on your website so you can start using it to design your squeeze page. So now you've activated the Insta Builder 2.0. The next thing you need to do is to come over to pages and click on add new. Okay. Okay, so we are going to give this page a title. Okay, I'm going to call this training for squeeze page. Once that is done, you click on publish. Okay. After installing the Insta Builder plugin, go over to pages, click on add new, give the page a title, then click on publish. After clicking on publish, you can see the Insta Builder widget is here. So it is currently off. Just click there, it's going to change to on. Once it changes to on, you click on launch Insta Builder. Insta Builder comes with a lot of templates, pre-built templates, already designed templates that you can just select and edit to get your own squeeze page out. There are a lot and a lot of templates here you can use, but for the sake of this training, I will show you how to build from scratch. If you can get that right, then using any of these templates is going to be a breeze. Okay, so I'm going to click on create from scratch. So I can have a blank interface to enable me design my squeeze page the way I want to. To um to give this tutorial a sense of direction, I'm going to quickly try to redesign one of my squeeze pages online so you can understand how I came about something like this using Insta Builder. So if you look very well, the first aspect of this quiz page is the headline and it's all text. So to do that, I'll come over to okay, this is the Insta Builder interface. This is a blank area where you can put your design on. Then these are the elements with which you can design your squeeze pages. To learn about this element, you just have to take your cursor to on top of the icon. It's going to tell you what it does. Okay, so just do that. Take your cursor through them. You are going to see a description of what each of these elements does. So for now, I'm going to, and to use any of these elements, just put your cursor on top of it and drag it to the section in this white area where you want it to be. So this is the title element because I want to put the headline. So I'll simply just copy this headline here. So that goes to say before using any of the page builders or before designing your squeeze page, you need to have an idea of how you want your squeeze page to look like. That is very, very paramount so you can quickly design your stuff effectively. So this is an editor that enables you to manage your text, the articles the way you want them. I'm going to change the color to red. I can decide to underline this one. So this is an editor, a very simple editor you can use to just achieve anything you want to. Insta Builder is quite an interesting and easy to follow drag and drop page builder. So to edit anything, just click on it. An editor will appear. You see, I'm going to remove the underline. It is out. Okay. So the next section here is this place. This is an image. This is text. So it has two sides. So look at how I'm going to achieve this using Instant Builder. I'll come over here. I'll look for columns. This is column, right? So just put your cursor on top and drag it into the position you want it to be in the white surface area. So I want it to be under the headline. So I'm going to leave it there. You can see now this is a two-side column. So this is the page I'm modeling. Over here I have text. So I'll come back to my Instant Builder or look for the text element. Remember I used title element for the headline. So I'll come over to text element. Now I just want to add text. I'm going to drag it and put it right inside the right hand side of the column. Now you can see it is even telling you double click to edit. So I'm going to double click. Okay, I'll simply copy the contents I have here. Okay, I'm going to paste it here. Again, you can edit, you can manage the text, do anything you want them to do using this editor. So I can give this like a blue color. You can decide to, you can just play with them. This is a very simple editor for you. You can change the font family, you can change the font size, etc. When practicing, you can go through all of these things on your own. When you are done, just click outside of the white sheet. So over here, this is an image. You have to have your image in your local computer. Okay, as well, you can decide to open image in a new tab, so you can have the URL you can just use. So I'll come back to my Insta Builder. I want to add image in the left hand side of this column. So I'll come over to the image elements. I'll drag it and put it here. So you can see it said click to upload image or edit. So I'll click on it. This is the settings function. So I'll click on the settings sign to enable me get an image into there. So you can decide to upload an image, or you can decide to just use an image if you have the URL. So I'm going to quickly use this. You can see the image has appeared. You can use this to adjust. These are just the properties of this image. Read them and update them accordingly. Once that is done, I'm going to click on hide this panel so you can see the image here. This is the image here. The next thing I want to add is the opt-in form. You can see now this is the opt-in form right here. To add an opt-in form in your website using Insta Builder, all you need to do is to come over here, look for the opt-in element. Okay, you can see this is the opt-in form element. So drag it into the position you want it to be. Okay, I want it to be here below Okay, so you can see for yourself. Okay, I want you to have some space. You can decide to, okay, I want to put a divider between the two sections. So basically, it's a very flexible tool that enables you to do anything. Okay, this is a line divider. I'm going to drag it and put it somewhere there. I'm going to drag again and put on the other side. Okay, so I'm going to delete this one. So that line divider now is separate the opt-in field section from the upper section. Now to edit this opt-in element, just double click on it. It's going to give you this sign. This is the settings or configuration sign. So you click on it. When you click on it, these are the settings option you can use to manage everything about this form. Yeah, so the first thing here is asking you for the opt-in code. Now you cannot get an opt-in code without this auto responder. That is why this auto responder is important. Okay, so it is this opt-in code that is going to represent the name and email. It is this code that will connect your squeeze page to your email auto responder. I'm going to show you practically also how to generate an opt-in code using Aweber. If you understand one process, you can literally navigate through any other email autoresponder service out there. So this is my Aweber account. You can see for yourself. I had 19 I've had 19 opt-ins today. Yesterday I had 57 subscribers. So I am also doing list building. I'm not just teaching you what I'm not practicing. So when you log into Aweber, the first thing to do is to click on manage list. So I'm going to click on manage list because I want to create a list. Then you click on create a list. Okay. It's going to ask you certain questions, fill in information accordingly. Okay. So what is your company name? Let me just put Supreme Web. What's the name of your website? Put the name of your website there. What is the address you want to be at the bottom of your email? What is the sender name? That is when an email is sent to subscribers of this list. What do you want the name to appear to be? The sender email. What's the email you want it to show that the message came from? When you fill in these things, you click on next step. Now, what is the list name? I'm gonna call this squeeze page training. Okay. Now put a description of your list. This is for the purpose of my list building training. When that is done, you click on next step. Okay, so you click on approve message and create list. You see, it didn't take up to 2 minutes to create a list on Aweber. Once your list is created, please take note. Under this section showing current list, you can see there it is a newly created list that is there called squeeze space training. Then you click on sign up forms. So I'm going to click on sign up forms. Now, this is where I'm going to create a form that will be adding subscribers to this list I just created. Let's go through it practically. I'll click on create a sign up form. Okay, so you can practice all of these things on your own. I'm not going to waste a whole lot of time here. So basically, you want your form to have just name and email, right? So you can decide to adjust, you can do all of these things. You can decide to delete these elements. You can decide to delete. You can decide to edit, etc. Once that is done, you click on go to step 2. It will ask you to give this form a name. So I'll call it squeeze page. It's important to name your form so you can know what each of the forms in your autoresponder account are for. Okay, so after someone fills your form, where do you want to take the person to? Let's just leave it at the default thank you page. So you click on go to step 3. click on save your form so you can publish it. Now you have saved the form and the form is now published. Now how do you want to use this form? Do you want to install it on your website? So you click on this one, I will install my form. You don't, if you want to send it to a developer, then you can click on the second option, but click here because you want to embed that form into your squeeze page yourself. So just click on I will install my form. It's going to give you the JavaScript version and the HTML version. Please take note, most of the page builders work with you can see that it's clearly written HTML opt-in code. So I'm going to click on this side to get you can see it here, raw HTML version. So I'll copy, I'll come over to my Insta builder interface and paste the code there. Once you paste the code, you click on process. Okay, good. So you can see now your code has been processed. You can decide to come back there. You can click on that box so you can adjust other things. So basically just play with the tool if you want to use Insta builder, and it's one of the simplest truly. So you just click on opt-in form fields. Do you want to edit how these fields are showing? You can do all of those things from here. Do you want to the button, opt-in form button? You can see edit the button itself, edit the text. You can change it from subscribe to download. You can see as I'm typing it's changing. Download my free report. So you can see you can change the color, the font, you can bold it, you can italize it, you can underline. So it's just for you to play with the options, navigate through and get things done the way you want them. You can hide this panel. When you are done, you simply just have to click on this icon to save the page. So I'm going to click on that icon. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to preview this page to see how the page is looking right now. Okay, so you can see how good the page is looking. It took us just a few minutes to replicate what we have here. What we have, something like this. So this is how you can practically, you can say this is a squeeze page. So when someone opts in here now, type the name and email, it gets added to my auto responder. Hope this is very, very clear. Also, something else I need to tell you guys, if you are using however, for instance, after creating your list, come to list options, click on list settings so you can disable what is called double opt-in. Double opt-in is a scenario whereby when someone comes in here to type their name and email, let's call this test, and let me put in this email, click on download my report. This email address will not be, you can see here, you are almost done, activate your link. The email address will not be added to the list immediately until the person goes to his email and click on confirm link. That is not always good because most people won't pay attention to this. So I always advise you just disable the double opt-in by going to in our bar, going to list options, list settings, scroll down and click on off. You don't want them to send a confirmation message, and then you click on save settings. You can watch this video repeatedly to get the full grasp of everything I'm doing. However, I believe it's a simple process. I've shown you how to use Insta Builder to build your own list, and I've shown you how to create the form on our bar. And of course, I also told you you can use Namecheap to get your domain name and hosting. So that takes us to the end of this training, how to build a lucrative email list online. If you have any question or you have a contribution, feel free to use the comment box below. I will be very happy to hear from you. Thank you for watching this video.